Well, as we told you yesterday was indeed D-Day for state employees and other frontline workers. If they did not have the vaccine by yesterday, they will be fired in 13 days on Monday, October 18th. One of the people who told me that she was not going to get vaccinated, she works IT for the Washington State Patrol. Her name is Renee. She joins us again here on the Dori Monson Show. Hey, Renee, it's good to talk with you.
Thanks for having me on, Dori.
All right, so you are just 15 months away from retirement with the State Patrol, correct?
Yes.
All right, and so now you're going to be forced out in less than 2 weeks. Is that also correct?
Yes, the 18th is my last day.
Okay, so walk me through this. Your thought process, your evaluation process, because you had a lot of pros and cons being so close to retirement. So tell me your thought process in all this.
Well, of course, I think the whole thing is insane, but I had COVID. I had a severe case of it. I'm not going to get a shot for something that I don't need because I have natural immunity. When we were told that we could either file a religious or a medical exemption, I went that route with both. My religious/spiritual exemption was accepted. I listed as accommodation that I could work from home all but 1 to 2 hours a week. With even that being questionable, it's very seldom I would actually have to go into the office.
Okay.
When dealing with the HR department, the person I was dealing with said, well, if there's a possibility of maybe having an office where you didn't have to interact with anyone, maybe we could see this through. And I said, well, we have spare offices right in the same unit that I work in, and that could be a possibility. But then received my letter saying that the accommodation was not accepted, that basically I am a risk to myself and coworkers.
And so 13 days from now, a long career with the State Patrol just gets vaporized. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yes.
So I know the question, I'm probably already getting it on the text line because I get it every time I talk to somebody in a situation like yours. There are people already writing into me saying, why don't you just get the shot? Just get it, get to retirement, and then move on.
Well, 2 reasons. Number one, I don't need the shot. I'm not going to get another shot for measles or mumps. I've been vaccinated against those. And what it really comes down to me is it's my choice what I want to do. If I want someone to inject me with something, I'll go to them and say, inject me with something. But to have my job on the line because I won't conform to this is just not right. I know one of the things that has come out is this is basically you're being terminated because you can't fulfill the duties of the job. Right. You're not going along with what was said. Well, when I hired on 20 years ago with the patrol, I signed a piece of paper saying I'm going to work for the patrol and what that outlines for me. And there's nothing in there that says I have to be injected with anything. We do evaluations yearly, and with those evaluations also comes expectations of what they expect from you for that following year. So 20 years of evaluations and expectations, never once has it been mentioned that I have to take any kind of injection, medication, or anything to keep my job.
Sure. Now, are you part of this class action lawsuit that's being worked up against Jay Inslee?
I haven't joined it yet. I did reach out to Nathan Arnold and do have the paperwork. One of the issues I ran into is that it's requiring a proof of antibody and, COVID antibodies. And when I went to my healthcare provider, their PA called me back and said, well, we can't provide that for you. All we can provide you with is a antibody test that shows you've had any kind of SARS infection, which could be cold or flu. I do want to explore that further because I see way too many things out there that say you can be tested for an actual COVID antibody.
And so if you end up having to retire 15 months earlier, how much do you lose? I mean, what percentage of your retirement benefits will go away?
Well, in dollar amount, I'm going to lose somewhere between $495 and $525 a month.
Really?
Because I am not eligible for Medicare yet, I also have to take my early Social Security just to help pay for medical. And that's, as I had planned on not retiring for 15 months, the total I'm going to lose every month is going to be around $900 by having to file for early retirement and early Social Security.
Okay, so we're looking at almost $11,000 a year less because of this early retirement. Can you afford that? That's a big hit.
It is a huge hit. My husband and I are, we're really in a good place as far as our debts and things of that sort. But this just pushed us to a point of having to really explore selling our home, making some major changes in our life sooner than we had expected. I never anticipated getting this close and then having basically the rug just pulled out from underneath me.
Yeah, I said it all along. It was going to be a showdown, and who's going to blink first. Now, the reality is, because I've heard that over 100, and you probably have a better guess than I, but I've heard that over 100 members of the State Patrol are going to be fired in less than 2 weeks. Does that sound about right?
Well, I've heard it to be even higher because I think they focus an awful lot on our road crew, the troopers that are basically the face of the State Patrol. But there's a ton of people that are support, just like I am. Just in the last week, since I've been letting people know that I work with on a daily basis, that I won't be here after the 18th, I've had quite a few of them call me personally then and say, hey, I'm right there with you. So I think there's a lot more that are going to leave that people are just not aware of. And some of them are waiting to that absolute last minute, which was basically yesterday.
Right. And I've also had members of King County Sheriff and SPD, and they've told me there's going to be, where they're both already understaffed, and they've both told me that with the inevitable firings coming for those agencies, that we are going to have a real crime problem starting in about 2 weeks. And it will be fascinating to watch. It'll be depressing to watch. But if Jay Inslee unleashes a crime wave on this region because of this mandate, we're gonna have to pin all those crimes on Jay Inslee, and things are gonna get really ugly around here.
I absolutely agree with you.
I'm sorry for what you're going through, Renee, and no turning back now, huh?
Nope, no. The decision's been made. I mean, I lost many nights of sleep going back and forth, and to answer that question to the people that say just go get the vaccine. No, I'm sticking with my conviction. I have a very supportive husband that says, hey, we got to do what's best all the way around for us and for you. And what's best for me is not putting something in my body that I don't need.
Got it. Should be your choice. As I've said, I think I've seen enough data to suggest that the vaccine's a good idea, especially for people my age. I don't know how old you are, but it's your decision, and the consequences are yours to fight. And one of them might be just taking on Jay Inslee and his mandate. And maybe this class action suit will be able to get people like you reinstated. I would love to see that.
So would I. I mean, that to me, even just to, in my case, if they just pay me what I'm going to lose for having to be forced out so much sooner, I would be happy. I really think that part of the reason that I'm losing my job, or if you want to call it fate or whatever, is to start becoming more active in these things to get Inslee out of office.
Yeah.
Anybody that has the audacity to feel that he is the only one that can save all the lives in Washington State, that's someone to me that has some real mental issues.
Yeah, that was something. Okay, well, Renee, I'm sorry because I'm sure this is causing a lot of turmoil and angst in your life. I'm sorry for what you're being put through, and I'd love to stay in touch. If you get involved in that lawsuit, keep me posted, okay?
I certainly will do that, Dori.
Okay. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate the time.
Mm-hmm.
Renee, she's in IT for the Washington State Patrol and will be for another 13 days, 2 weeks from yesterday. And that's all over, according to Jay Inslee. All right, what do you think? Text me at 888-973 KIRO. That is the new text line, 888-973-5476. Lots more to come here on the Dori Monson Show.